Boro Aboye. Today in the conversation, I want to continue to emphasize the importance of the culture. Okay, Ifa represents the vision of your place in the cosmos, according to Yoruba thought and spiritual orientation. Ifa represents the vision. This is the ideal. This is what all of creation aspires to in order to, occupy a perfect placement and optimization in that placement in the universe, in the cosmos. Okay. OrisaLifestyle represents the activation of that vision. OrisaLifestyle is how you carry that vision out on a day-to-day basis, right? Now, there are some people who would have you believe that what we practice is just a religion, and you can practice the religion without practicing the culture. And by this same logic, they would have you replace Jesus with Shango or Ogun or Yemoja or Oshun, whereas to say that you have your own personal relationship with God through your Orisha. You have your own personal relationship with Orisha. And when you hear people talk about it that way, my Shango, my Oshun, my Obatala, my own personal relationship. And they will go on the same way about our personal Odu. My Odu is my personal relationship with Ifa. That's my unique relationship with Olodumare. And I don't want to say those things are untrue, but I just want to say that they're not entirely true. That truth doesn't end with those affirmations. All of those expressions are contextualized by the lifestyle. They're contextualized by the culture. So I want to give you an example, a healing example. What happens when we individualize the experience and we make it only about our own, individual understanding. We also isolate the divinities and the disciplines and the processes, right? So when you really stop at my Ogun or my Obatala, right, you're isolating yourself from all of the other people who are devotees of Ogun or Obatala, right? That same logic will cause you to isolate the different properties and the principles associated with each one of those orishas, which is why a person will take something like water and just ascribe it to one orisha, right? My relationship with this orisha says, okay, well, Oshun is water. If it's going to be about water, it's Oshun, which is not accurate. Oshun has a particular relationship to water, right? But Orunmila also has a unique relationship to water. Orunmila uses water to heal. Obatala has a particular relationship to water. Obatala uses water to heal, right? It's the water that they go and fetch at dawn before speaking. Ogun uses water to heal. Okay? The water, the blacksmith's water in particular, when he fires up the instruments and then they're red hot and he dips them into that water, that is healing water. And we could go on and on and on and on. We can't do anything in isolation, is what I'm trying to say. If you're part of the fabric of the culture, you will know or be directed to partake of that particular orisha's medicine at the appropriate time. All right, but it's only possible to the extent that you are open to the fullness of the relationships between the divinities, between you and the divinities, okay, between the divinities and all the other forces of nature, okay. So I want to really encourage us to understand that those infinite pathways of relationship and interrelatedness and interdependence are only expressed through the culture. Okay? And the culture in question is Yoruba culture, right? Ifa, OrisaLifestyle, these are all outgrowths of a black people who are indigenous to Africa, who we call the Yoruba. And so as we aspire to the ideals that Ifa has outlined for us, we also aspire to the culture that supports that aspiration, to the culture that creates the most pathways to realizing the benefits and the virtues and the properties of that vision, which we know as Ifa. And so OrisaLifestyle is an invitation to activate those principles and activate those practices collectively and not individually. Aboru aboye, aboshishe.